Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. Loretto Mustangs. Summertown Eagles. Lawrence County Wildcats. This is the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
Are you looking for a job where you can easily balance work and home life? By becoming a local driver with Southeast Carriers, we can guarantee multiple benefits and a base pay starting at $17 per hour, along with a work-life balance so you can spend equal time on the road as with family. We also provide the latest updated equipment and technology to make your job as easy as possible. Southeast Carriers isn't just a company, it's a family, and we would love for you to be a part of it. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an AMAR Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
Let's make a deal. This is Jeff Hood with Keller Williams Hood Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. The real estate market is moving so fast, and making a mistake or a bad decision could cost you or lead to disappointment. At Keller Williams, our team of professionals are the very best at what they do, and they have the very best resources to help you make your best deal. Call us at 931-762-5816, or better yet, go to our website at kwhoodcompany.com. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, making real estate deals great again.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Well, the weather outside is intense, and it's about to get intense here in this gym here tonight. District play kicks off tonight between two Lawrence County rivals in Summertown and Loretto. This is A.J. Good, joined by Cam Mashburn and Michael Marks here for tonight's doubleheader. Guys, it's the most important time of the year. What you did before this, it does, but then again, it doesn't matter because these are the games that really matter, and we got two good ones tonight here with two rivals who, in all reality, are going to get very familiar with each other within the next few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to put it. I mean, we've seen seasons, AJ, where these teams have played 4 or 5 times, and it's January the, 12th right now, and this is the first of several matchups, and we're going to get to see who draws first blood tonight.
This is what it's about. This is, we've talked about the rivalry games with Lawrence County, Loretto playing different teams in Alabama that they're rivals with. This is your true rival because it's district. And this is, I can tell you this, and that if you're a Summertown fan at home watching, the thought of this gymnasium makes you cringe. It does. Yeah. And the Loretto people take pride in that. Yeah. It makes you cringe. Yeah. But at the same time, they also get the reason it makes you cringe because you need a gym too. Yeah. Let's not lose that sight. So, Summertown would like nothing more than the spoil of the party in this first district game at this place. Yeah, and they're going to get real familiar with this place because the district tournament's here, the region tournament's here. So, and they already played the Christmas tournament here. They played the girls did. Jeremy Jean told me a couple days ago, he goes, I like that place. We played really well there. Yeah. So I know they're looking forward to be back here tonight. Taking a look at both sides, Summertown coming in at 16-4 overall. Their head coach, as we mentioned, is Jeremy Jean. Loretto, 15-1 overall, in the midst of a 15-game win streak. They haven't lost since Thanksgiving. Their head coach, the day before Thanksgiving. Their head coach is Ashley Rutledge. And these two teams met up, we mentioned multiple times last year. 4 times they split those two. Loretto got the most important one, which was in the region championship game. And these two teams are really good. Their district's a bit different this year. They went from, 6 teams now down to 4 with joining it with Mount Pleasant and Lewis County. So still got some non-district games here and there, but it's district play now. These are the games that matter. And this is the first. They're going to finish first and second. Girls. Yeah. One of these teams is going to be first. The other's going to be second. Right. It may come down to a coin flip. Yeah. I'm serious. Yeah, sure. Because the other two are not competition.
I would say Lewis County and Mount Pleasant would not be known as dominant girls programs. And with the success these teams have had in 1A and 2A, I mean, there's no reason to assume it would be any different this year, especially with how they've started the season. When you look at both of these teams, you look at the stars on each side. Allie Weathers for Loretto. Summertown got a combination of them with Carly Campbell, Abby Jo Schaefer, and someone who's really come on strong this season, kind of filling in that scoring gap, is Olivia Riggs. And Jeremy Jean told me a couple days ago that
Olivia Riggs led the team in three-pointers last year. She's already got 8 more made this year than what she did all of last year.
She's feisty, too.
And she loves this gym. And in those 3 days Summertown played in here, she hit somewhere in the range of 18 to 23s in 3 games.
Yes.
I mean, she was lighting it up from behind the arc. So if she's going to be able to do that tonight, Loretto is in for a long night.
Well, something else to kind of keep an eye on, there is a different style of play. Loretto likes the more half court. Yeah. And I said this when we worked the game together against for Lawrenceburg. It's like if Lawrenceburg can run with the ball, they're going to give Loretto fits. They just couldn't do it. Carly Campbell can do it.
Yeah.
She can get after it.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't know that she was completely healthy. You know, she got the eye injury over Christmas break against Lawrenceburg, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
I just don't think she was quite the same player after that. Now, I could be wrong. She could say, Cam, you're totally wrong. But of course, Abby Jo Schaefer coming off an knee injury.
Yeah.
It happened in that Loretto game, I think, at Region.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, there's some bad blood between these two teams. Plus, we've got an interesting officiating crew.
Yeah. Well, Abby hurt her wrist in that game, and she hurt her knee
later.
in a volleyball tournament.
Was it the volleyball?
Summer volleyball tournament.
And listen, Carly Campbell is
what? You're right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And who was? But it was the other girl that hurt her.
It was. Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Reese. Wilson.
Reese
she hurt her knee.
Yes.
Okay.
But Carly Campbell.
That game.
Carly
They
Campbell is
lost
the top
both of their bigs before the sub-state. One with a wrist injury and one with a knee injury.
She is the type of guard that has caused Loretto trouble this year. Is those short, shifty guards that can shoot. I mean, Loretto played 2 of them in the one game they've lost this year. So,
and to think she's going to Kentucky to play golf.
Yeah, she's also, though, coming off an injury. She wasn't there for the first couple of weeks of the regular season as well. So now, for the time being, we will pause here for the invocation and the national anthem.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you've given us. Lord, we just pray that you would be with each student athlete, the referees, coaches. Lord, we just pray that there would be no injuries this evening. Lord, we pray that you would just be with us on our way home. Lord, we thank you for sending your son Jesus down on the cross for our sins. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Now we're set and ready to go here. About to introduce the starting lineup. Starting first here with Summertown wearing their blue uniforms and white numerals. We have Carly Campbell, Emily Brazier, Braylee Burleson, Olivia Riggs, and Abby Jo Schaefer. And on the other side for Loretto in their white uniforms with black numerals, you got Emily Cozart, J.B. Clifton, Libby Sanders, Allie Weathers, and Sophie Weathers. So pretty much the same starting lineup that Loretto's had for the majority of the season. Summertown's kind of solidified theirs in the last 4 weeks here. So, but let's face it, guys. These two, they've known each other since middle school. They've known each other since TVBA. They played against each other for pretty much a decade at this point.
You know, it feels different though with these two girls teams because it doesn't. In years past, I don't know, you may say this is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but it's just an observation. Previous teams on both sides were really chippy.
Yeah.
And you could feel that they hated each other.
Yeah.
Both ways. And it was off the court stuff too. You don't get that vibe with these two groups. You don't get it. but that doesn't change anything from on the court.
I agree with you, Cam. Over the past 4 or 5 years, definitely not the case this year, maybe even last year. But the 3 or 4 years before that, these two teams just flat out hated each other. And you come into the gym and the fans would get into it, and we got a full gym tonight, and we're going to hopefully get some of that emotion from the crowd. But, I mean, you got two good teams that pretty much grew up, all knew each other the whole time. So but I think it's going to be no love lost when it gets out the court.
And like you guys said, this is a contrast of styles. Loretto's going to be a more half-court based team. Summertown's going to want to get up and down the court and play. And, hey, sometimes contrasting styles makes the best fights. And these two are going to be in for quite the fight here tonight.
It's going to be interesting, because Loretto has the length. Summertown has the speed.
Yeah.
How, is Loretto going to try to work it in the post? You've seen Allie Weathers do really good things in the paint, and she really, once Summertown last year lost the two bigs in the post, Allie kind of took over, if you remember right, in those games in the post. And they just couldn't stop her. Is that going to be a problem this year? I don't know.
I'm interested to see how Loretto's defense fares, because they've held teams like Wayne County and Lawrence County in the 20s and 30s. This Summertown team likes to get up and down the court and score a lot of points.
And they're active offensively, defensively. They crash the boards. Should be a good one here as we start things off. Schaefer against Weathers, and the tip.
Got to redo that. You got to redo it.
Jump ball, and I have to redo it.
Oh, we're going to do it with the two players that tied it up.
Oh.
I like this.
We're going NBA style.
I like this.
Like that a lot.
Both the girls are laughing about it, too.
And it's going to be won by Summertown.
Emily had quite the length advantage there on.
Campbell over to Braley Burleson, now to Riggs. To Brazier here at the top of the key. Over to Campbell. Now to Burleson in the corner. She'll drive, and miscommunication with Abby Jo Schaefer, and the first turnover of the game.
So that defense, is it man or is it matchup zone?
It's a matchup zone.
I know it is.
Yeah.
But if you're Summertown, you're like, okay, they're in man. Wait, nope, they're in matchup. It's complex. It's confusing.
Here comes a trap by Summertown to get the Cozart. Now swinging to an open Sanders. She'll try a three.
It's partially blocked.
That's partially blocked. Misses, but gets her own rebound. Goes up to Sophie Weathers. That shot's no good. And they say it hits the shot clock. And we'll go to Summertown.
Loretto coming out in a 2-2-1 full-court press right here.
Surprised a little bit by that, because if you've seen in years past, they won't press Summertown because of the speed advantage.
Burleson now over to, and that's a turnover again. Bad pass leads to a turnover here. Loretto has it. Cozart now over to Allie Weathers. 5 out by Loretto.
Sophie's like, get out of here. I don't want that. That's not where I want the basketball. Take it back.
Sanders now over to Cozart.
There it is in the post.
Here to Sanders. Back out to Cozart, guarded by Burleson. Tight man-to-man put on by Summertown as expected. Cozart will try a three. That one goes. And Loretto out to a quick 3-0 lead.
Loretto has lived by the three-pointer this year, and they have shot the ball exceptionally well. Another turnover.
3 possessions, 3 turnovers for the Lady Eagles to start things off.
And that's exactly why Loretto's running this 2-2-1 zone defense right here to off inbounds, is because it's caused so many other teams trouble. Like AJ, we saw with Collinwood. Yeah. If it can cause 25 turnovers against Collinwood, why not try to get 10 or 12 against Summertown?
Summertown's going to have to fix it quick here as JB Clifton has it. Hands over to Allie Weathers. Weathers guarded closely by who else than Carly Campbell. There she's going to be on their best player. And Abby Jo Schaefer getting aggressive with it. Weathers is going to track it down. Gets it over the timeline. Weathers drives. Kicks out the Cozart. She'll try another three. Back iron, no. And a rebound by Olivia Riggs. Now gives it to Carly Campbell. And her pass deflected ahead. Emily Brazier. Bounce pass back out to Campbell. Inside to Burleson. She'll drive. Runner up. Can't get it to go. And knocked out of bounds by Sophie Weathers, and will stay with Summertown.
It's a little bit of sweat on the palm, made nerves, a little extra moisture. She couldn't hang on to that. This is Sophie's first foray into this. Yeah.
First taste of the rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
Emily Brazier going to try corner three. Rattles it home. And Summertown has knotted it up at 3. J.B. Clifton going to bring it up the court. Olivia Riggs waits on her over the timeline. Clifton dribbling at the top of the key, now drives to her left. Layup up and in.
She's been a difference maker for the Lady Mustangs.
If she's able to drive along with that three-point ball, I mean, she's hard to stop.
5-3 is the Loretto lead. Brazier picks up her dribble, throws it, but Olivia Riggs comes up with it. Now back to Brazier. Now to Campbell here at the top of the key. Campbell dribbling. Now brings it to her left over to Brazier. Over to Campbell. Now to Riggs. Campbell, skip pass over to Brazier. Has it in the corner. Guarded by Sanders. Now to Burleson. And tries to lob it down low for Abby Jo Schaefer. Overthrows her. Make that 4 turnovers and 5 possessions for Summertown.
Yeah, Summertown's really trying to work that post-to-post feed, and it's just not working early. That's 2 turnovers just on that play right there.
I'll tell you right now, I know I'm going to give a lot of the Loretto point of view because that's what I know, but Emily Cozart should be applauded for the work she put in the offseason because there was games that she just wasn't fast enough to play on the floor. It's just all there is to it. That ain't the case anymore. She's playing excellent defense because she's moving really well. She's put in a lot of work.
And she helps so much, as a forward, her height and stuff like that on teams that press Loretto in the half court, in the full court.
Allie Weathers now kicks out to Sophie. Would try a mid-range jumper. No. Offensive rebound, Allie. She'll go up, and she is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
We've seen so many good-looking shots on these rims just not go in. That was one that you just, as a player, those are demoralizing. You're like, that was perfect.
We made it 3 minutes and 45 seconds into a Loretto Summertown game without getting a foul call.
Yeah.
That's got to be an all-time high.
As Allie hits her first free throw. Yeah, we almost made it through the halfway point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they I remember a game in 17-18. It was a foul fest. Here, it was at the barn, but if you remember this rivalry or remember that game, you know which one I'm talking about. It was all brothers officiating that game that night. That should tell you who they were.
Riggs over to Campbell. Now to Burleson. Swings over to Brazier at the left wing. Now to Riggs. Riggs picks up her dribble. Bounce pass to Burleson in the corner. She'll drive the baseline. Passes to Schaefer off the glass and in. And Summertown has cut the lead to 2.
That was a great feed in the post.
When they get that to work, it's hard to stop. It's just it's forced a couple turnovers.
Clifton now drives to her left, hands over to Weathers. Weathers struggles with it, but regains possession now to Sophie Weathers. And we have a
that's a makeup call. He missed one.
That's going to go on Riggs, her second.
He missed an obvious one trying to defend that pass, and that probably should have been on Abby Jo, but he was going to get that other one away from it.
Mackenzie Reynolds now checks into the game. Sanders with it. Now goes backdoor here to Allie. Now to Sophie. And now Allie will be fouled. That's the 3rd one against Summertown in the quarter.
I was wondering when we would start getting some of these handshakes. Once the cap comes off, it's like, okay, now we can blow our whistle.
Yeah, now we've gone a minute and had 3 fouls. So
Carly Campbell and now we're going to have a 5-second call on the first turnover against Loretto.
That's pretty quick.
Now bringing it the other way is Emily Brazier. Now over to Reynolds. Reynolds a bounce pass here to Campbell off the glass and in. And Summertown has tied it up at 7.
And you can put a little English on that bounce pass, get that spin right up. Ain't nothing better, I don't think, in passing in basketball.
Cozart over to Clifton in the corner for 3. She hits it. She knocks down her first 3. She's got 5. It's another 3-point lead for Loretto.
If she gets that pass right in her shooting pocket, she won't miss. She's so in rhythm.
Loose ball and possession will go to Loretto.
Give the referee credit there because you could look at it and say that's not a jump ball, but listen, in a game like this, I want that to be a jump ball because it can turn to a dogpiling situation. We've seen that. Keep them safe, keep them healthy.
Libby Sanders out. Allie Augustine in. Weathers now swings over to Augustine at the left wing, guarded by Brazier.
Augustine's been such a big help for the Lady Mustangs off the bench. Kind of wonder how a freshman fares in her first taste of some Loretto Summertown action.
Weathers now out to Clifton. Clifton drives. And
it's going to be on Brazier.
Yep. Pair of free throws will be coming up for JB.
Really?
That's going to go on Carly Campbell, and she picks up her second.
I didn't see Carly there at all. Did you?
No, I didn't. First free throw in and out, no good. Checking out. We'll see Gabby Long, Ella Busby in, and Campbell and Braylee Burleson will check out.
And now two of Summertown's most dangerous three-point shooters are out in a game where a lot of three-pointers are going to be shot.
That's not how you want to start with your coach Gene. That's for sure. You don't want your two starting guards on the bench early.
Libby Sanders in for Sophie Weathers. It's 11-7 lead. Long's pass over to Brazier. Gets it over the timeline.
Well, they've got it on Brazier on the scoreboard, but I wonder if the scoreboard's wrong. Because he was definitely holding up two.
Yeah, he held up
but
two.
He may have been saying two shots and just had it backwards. Because usually do the number first. I don't know.
Brazier now over to Reynolds. Reynolds picks up her dribble. Bounce pass back out to Brazier. Brazier drives. Left-handed runner up, no. And Allie Weathers pulls down the rebound. Bringing it ahead is J.B. Clifton. She'll drive. Runner up, no. She is fouled. She'll go back to the line here to shoot two. The foul will go on Long, her first and the team's fifth.
When you take Olivia and Carly out of the game, now I think they did change that too. I think the foul. I think it's just going to be. I think that foul is going to go on Brazier. So I think that's why Carly's coming back in. Well, but when you take that off, Summertown, their speed advantage is all of a sudden gone.
Campbell does come back in. She does come in for Brazier. Next free throw from Clifton. Hits one of two. That makes it a 5-point game. Abby Jo Schaefer will check out. Hannah Jones will check in.
How good is that Abby Jo was able, and it was over the summer, you said she had the knee injury, and she's already back playing. Yeah. And that takes a lot of work. Yeah. Those don't just heal on their own.
Reynolds kicks out here to Long. She'll try a three. That misses. Offensive rebound by Jones.
That's a good
pass. Now here to Long for the jumper. Can't get it to go. And Allie Weathers comes away with the rebound.
But, AJ, we talked about it, watching Summertown volleyball, how mad Abby Jo was that she wasn't out there. Yeah. So, I mean, just to get her back on the court of some side, I mean, she's just so excited to be out there and be able to play.
She was not happy that first practice I went to. Not happy.
Hurting?
Yeah. Now we have a timeout here called by Ashley Rutledge of Loretto. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well here on the X Sports Network.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Trust Title and Escrow of Lawrence County to provide exceptional title insurance services. Offering a wide range of title services across Tennessee, our team is unmatched. In fact, we're the most experienced closing team around. We get the job done on time, at a fair price, and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
And back here at Loretto after the timeout, J.B. Clifton trying another three. She knocks it down. And it is an 8-point Loretto lead.
That's what she's been doing all year.
She's got 10 in the first quarter.
Reynolds picks up her dribble over to Campbell. Campbell dribbles out of traffic. Now kicks here to Jones. Jones drives the baseline, shot up, and she is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot two.
Yeah, Summertown needed that. Loretto's already taken 6 free throws here in the first, just to get some up so you're not getting completely outshot.
Well, you're 7.5 minutes into the quarter before you pick up your first foul.
I mean, props to
Loretto.
Loretto.
Raise some questions.
But props to Loretto's defense because they've been able to do the whole, play defense without fouling really all year. The only people that ever really get in foul trouble for Loretto are, like Cozart and Weathers, and it's hard for your big, post players to not get in foul trouble.
Summertown's not really attacked them either. They've hurt themselves with turnovers. That's been the biggest thing.
Jones misses both. Cozart and Clifton checked out. Sandra Reynolds, Sophie Weathers back in. Still an 8-point lead. Allie Weathers with her here at the logo. Looking like they're going to play for the final shot. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Weathers Kicks out here to Sanders beyond NBA range 3. That misses. And can't track down the rebound. And we'll go to Summertown.
Yeah, I think the door is open. That wind got in.
Yeah, we talked about that the other night. There is that draft is
it's mean.
Yeah, that they should have moved this gym facing the other direction. That's just the wind affects too much.
Mackenzie Reynolds gets the inbound. She'll race the other way. Kicks here to Busby for 3 at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. And that one will end the first quarter. After 8 minutes of play, Loretto with an 8-point lead will take a minute break and have the start of the second quarter. We return here on the X Sports Network.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Trust Title and Escrow of Lawrence County to provide exceptional title insurance services. Offering a wide range of title services across Tennessee, our team is unmatched. In fact, we're the most experienced closing team around. We get the job done on time, at a fair price, and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County. Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here, Loretto getting ready to start the second quarter. Summertown will have the ball as they trail the Lady Mustangs 15-7. Starting things off here, it's Carly Campbell. Looks like the original starting lineup's -1 in as Allie Weathers going to knock this one away. Fight for the loose ball. Weathers comes up with it. Pass here to Libby Sanders off the glass and in. Her first points, and it's a 10-point lead.
And those plays are momentum builders. I get it's a 10-point game now, but plays like that, you got your, Allie Weathers, maybe a missed basketball finalist, diving on the floor for a loose ball.
Well, that's this is her game.
Carly Campbell goes off the glass and in. She's got 4, cutting the lead down to 8.
You remember back in the mid-2000s, all the girls wore the knee pads. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, man, come on. None of them wear it. And you saw Allie sliding across the floor like that, and you're like, maybe those knee pads weren't such a bad thing, because I guarantee that didn't feel good.
Allie Weathers now to Kozar in the corner. Give and go with Allie. Shot blocked by Abby Jo Schaefer. She comes down with the rebound. Now Summertown coming the other way as Emily Brazier on the baseline. Reverse layup, no. And a rebound comes out for Braylee Burleson. Now to Carly Campbell at the top of the key. She'll drive. Bounce pass out to Burleson. Now kicks out to Reynolds. Reynolds now to Campbell. She'll try a corner 3. Off the front iron, no. Comes up with her own rebound. Then that shot blocked by Sophie Weathers. Burleson with the offensive rebound. Her runner is up. And an offensive foul.
Wow. And Summertown just got like 3 offensive rebounds on that possession, and then to have it in like that,
you rarely see a team that's outworking another team like that get penalized. Even though if it is an offensive foul, that's a lot of times going to be called a block.
Allie Augustine will come in for Libby Sanders. That's the first on Braylee Burleson, team's first of the second quarter. Kozart. Now we have an offensive foul against Allie Weathers.
I think, is that a makeup? Because I didn't see that at all.
I didn't see it either.
And they may have grazed shoulders. That's being gracious.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Brazier will take it out here to the left of the basket. Second turnover against Loretto. Got to find somebody.
Across the line.
Yeah, she did cross over the line. It's the team's 8th turnover here in the first half.
What a weird game, man.
And, 8-point game, the turnovers are 8-2 right now.
Mm-hmm. I want to give a quick shout-out to somebody that I used to call these games with because, listen, as a Loretto broadcaster, calling a Summertown game is not fun. It's not because you have to
half the people are going to hate you.
Yeah, regardless. Loretta's going to hate you if you call it down the middle. Summertown's going to hate you if you're one-sided. That's just the way it is. But Scott Franks used to call these games with me because he was the Summertown flavor, and we did great. I felt like we had a great chemistry together. He retired today.
Oh.
So happy retirement, Scott.
Yeah, happy retirement. J.B. Clifton quick release 3 off the front of the iron, no. And a rebound here by Carly Campbell. Campbell will race the other way. Has an open Abby Jo Schaefer on the low block. Kicks out to Burleson. Swings over to Reynolds. She's open for three. She hits it. And the Summertown has gotten the lead down to 5.
And that's where that running starts to come into effect.
Clifton. There's good ball movement there by the Lady Eagles as well.
It really was. They got Loretto completely out of position.
Weathers drives. Dishes here for Sophie. Weathers regains possession. Kicks out to Augustine. Swings over to Kozar. Now to Clifton. She's open for three. Rattles out. No. Offensive rebound. Weathers. That one's up. No. Allie Weathers gets it. Puts it in, and she is fouled. The Lady Mustangs with more second chance points. That's going to go on Brazier. That's her second. Jesse Chance will come in for Sophie Weathers.
We saw Summertown getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and it was Loretta's turn that time. As a coach, there's something more frustrating. Just bogs out.
Allie knocks down the M1. She's got 5. Emily Brazier will check out with her 3 fouls. 2 fouls. Ella Busby will check in. 20-12 is a Loretto lead. Busby over the timeline. Loses control. Now over to Burleson. Skip pass here to Campbell. Campbell in the lane. That shot blocked by Jesse Chance into the hands of Allie Weathers. Weathers brings it up. Has Chance on the low block. Kicks out to Clifton. She'll try a 3. She hits it.
That should be and one.
Add the foul. She will get a shot here at the M1. It's the first on Schaefer and the team's third, I believe, here in the second quarter.
And JB with 3 threes already, and we're 3 minutes into the second quarter. I mean, some people haven't even sat down yet, and she's already got 13 points.
Now timeout's going to be called by Jeremy Dreen of Summertown, a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well on the X Sports Network.
Southern Tennessee Orthopedics welcomes orthopedic surgeon Dr. Paul Thomas. Count on Dr. Paul Thomas, podiatrist Dr. James Barksdale, and nurse practitioner Doug Ead at Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep your life in motion. Injuries and foot pain can rob you of the activities you enjoy most. So our team is here, close to home, to address the pain and to get you moving again. Southern Tennessee Orthopedics. From the routine to the unforeseen, you can count on us. To learn more, visit SouthernTennesseeMedicalGroup.com or to schedule an appointment, call 931-762-4400.
And back here at Loretto, Summertown burns its first time out. They've got 4 remaining as they trail Loretto 23-12. J.B. Clifton here, the chance at the rare 4-point play. Clifton's
had one the other night.
Yeah. Clifton 2 of 4 from the line so far tonight, make it 3 of 5. She's got 14 points. And Loretto with a 12-point lead.
But they were 2 completely different plays.
Yeah.
Abby Jo Schaefer now over to Carly Campbell. Campbell now to Reynolds. Over to Burleson. Now over to Campbell at the top of the key. Double team comes. Now swings over to Reynolds. She'll try another 3. That misses. Offensive rebound by Abby Jo Schaefer.
Abby Jo's got to go up. When she caught that, I know she's out of position. She's got to go up.
Because worst case scenario, you drop out.
Yeah, I mean, you pivot out, you get out. I mean, you got to put that back up.
Campbell taking out the left of the basket and gets it in to Schaefer. Schaefer loses this one. J.B. Clifton comes away with it. Make that 9 turnovers. Clifton gets that pass now intercepted by Abby Jo Schaefer.
It's a little overconfident.
Yeah, the running gun isn't really necessarily the Lady Mustang style. You know, they can go when they need to, but it's not what they like to do a lot.
Burleson now kicks out to Reynolds. Reynolds bounce pass to Burleson in the corner. Now to Abby Jo in the low block. Turnaround jumper. Rattles it home.
She's got such a great touch. That's why I say she needs to go up, because to me, I watched her play last year. I'm like, Luke, this girl could be a difference maker. I really believe that.
She's got 4. The lead is now down to 10. Kozar with it to Allie Weathers in the paint. What a move. Left-handed layup off the glass and in. She's got 7. Leads back out to 12.
Because that little hesitation Allie hit right inside the free throw line, that completely moved Abby Jo Schaefer and just opened up the paint.
And Weathers comes away with the steal. 10th turnover by Summertown.
This is uncharacteristic of Summertown. They don't typically turn the ball over.
Weathers now over to Augustine. Augustine with the spin. Right hand to layup, no. Jesse Chance coming up with the rebound. And a travel call that will take it back to Summertown.
So we talked about Summertown's turnovers. Lady Mustangs now a 3 here in the second quarter. But, I mean, 10-4, that in the turnover category.
That
kind of
Summertown would probably trade them.
Oh, by far. I mean, 6 possessions. That's the 12 points they're down right now.
Long. Skip pass here to Carly Campbell. She sends it over to Busby. Busby back to Campbell. Goes inside
pass
to an open Hannah Jones, up and in. Her first points, and the lead is back down to 10.
There's not many kids on the floor that will, one, see that, but two, have the guts to fire it in there.
Clifton now to Libby Sanders. Sanders, pass over to Augustine. Augustine down low to Sophie Weathers, knocked away by Jones, and Jones comes up with the steal. Reynolds now to Campbell. Campbell will dribble it out. 10-point lead. Now over to Campbell. And Campbell will bring it out. 2:45 remaining here in the opening half. Long thought about a three. Now kicks out to Campbell.
So that corner is going to be open for three because Loretto doesn't start shading that way until that pass goes there. See, that's when they start shading. If they zip it first thing, that shot's going to be there. But if you hesitate, they're going to close in on you.
Campbell, she'll try a deep three. Rattles it home. She has got 7. Lead is down to 7.
You can't let her heat up or this game's going to get close quick.
Yeah, when she gets hot, it's a lot of times game over. We saw that the night she got hurt against Lawrenceburg. I mean, she went off and then tries to play the rest of the game with one eye, and it didn't work out too well for her. But she hit 4 or 5 in a row, and it's like, uh-oh, here we go.
Kozar back in for Augustine. The foul goes on Busby, her first, and the team's 4th here the second quarter. Bounce pass in the Weathers. Weathers kicks out to Sanders. She'll drive.
It's a good move.
And a jump ball call that will go to Summertown. 6 turnover by Loretto as Burleson will check back in. And checking out is Mackenzie Reynolds.
Even though you keep the ball, does that goes a turnover?
What's that?
Even though if you keep the ball, does that technically goes a turnover?
No, if you lose it. Oh, shoot, my bad. I thought, well,
I wrote that down too. I was about to say it was pointing that way.
It was pointing to Summertown. Now there's a turnover.
Well,
I was looking at the arrow.
Yeah.
I would say that's what I saw. That's what I saw too. I would say I marked it down too.
Yeah.
Well, they saved us the pressure.
Long. And just loses that one out. Ooh.
No! She touched it! Oh my gosh, that's a terrible call!
He was sitting there looking at it too.
That is about as bad as you can get.
You know, usually you can give them a break when they're on the other side of the court, but I mean, that was at his feet.
I mean, Carly come up just smiling real big. She's like, we got a break. Holy smokes.
Long will try a 3. Back iron, no. Rebound here by Sophie Weathers. And a foul will be called against Summertown.
Maybe going Carly.
2 the other way.
And that's number 5, so that's going to be a 1-and-1. Or 2 free throws, pardon.
Foul on Jones.
I so wish the 1-and-1 would come back.
Foul on Jones, that's her first.
Well, see, the fact that the bonus automatically gives you 2 free throws kind of reduces the risk of missing that first one.
First shot here from Weathers. She hits it.
It changes a lot at the end of the games. I think it's already altered a lot of strategy. Games have definitely went by faster.
Next shot here from Weathers. Off the back iron, no. And Long pulls down the rebound. Then loses this one to J.B. Clifton off the glass and in. She has got 16 points. And Loretto with a 10-point lead again. Minute 30 left here in the half. Skip pass ahead to Busby.
Oh, she had Jones ahead of everybody.
Busby now kicks out to Campbell.
It's so funny to me how certain kids are called for walks, for shuffling. Other times, nothing gets called when it's a clear.
Busby's jumper is short. Weathers with the rebound. Allie already with 7 boards in the game as we come up on the minute mark here left in the half. Weathers over to Sanders. Sanders now to Clifton in the corner. Inside the Weathers. Her pass here to Sophie Weathers. She comes up with it. That one's off the glass and in.
Almost stolen. That was tight.
12-point lead. Under a minute left. Campbell lobs over to Burleson. Burleson now back to Campbell. Carly drives, kicks out the Long. Excuse me, that's Busby. Now over to Burleson. Swings over the Long. Long, skip pass over to Campbell.
Pass.
She'll try a 3. Back iron, no. And it's Kozar with the rebound. Head now to J.B. Clifton. Clifton racing the other way, slows it down. And her pass here finally got it to Weathers. Weathers, a nice dish to Sophie Weathers, off the glass and in.
They swallowed the whistle there. Good for Summertown.
15 seconds left here in the half, now 10. Campbell.
That's a foul there, too.
Gets it over the timeline. Kicks here to Busby for three. Back iron, no. Fight for the rebound. Sanders comes up with it, and that one will end the first half. So after 16 minutes of play,
maybe a little chippy. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they don't like each other.
Maybe they don't.
Okay. A little chippy there at the end. So after 16 minutes of play, Loretto leads Summertown 33-19. Take a short break, and before you know it, we'll have the start of the second half when we return here on the X Sports Network.
It's the wall-to-wall clearance sale going on right now at Story & Lee Furniture. Save hundreds of dollars off floor samples, one-of-a-kinds, and even as-is items. We are drastically reducing prices to make room for 2024 inventory coming in. Sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, leather furniture, and so much more. With hundreds of items marked at liquidation prices. And get up to 12 months no interest and free delivery too. It's the Story & Lee wall-to-wall clearance sale going on now.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I am from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. Phone number 931-843-9098 or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Hi, my name is Asha. I go to Lawrenceburg Technical College and I moved here a year ago from California. I wanted to be a cosmetologist and study hair, nails, and makeup. You should come join us at Lawrenceburg Technical College and learn all about cosmetology.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Loretto at halftime. The Lady Mustangs leading the Lady Eagles of Summertown 33-19. Quick look at the stats for Summertown. Their leading scorers Carly Campbell with 7, followed by Abby Jo Schaefer with 4, Emily Brazier, Mackenzie Reynolds with 3, Hannah Jones with 2. For Loretto, J.B. Clifton leading all scorers with 16. You got Allie Weathers with 7, Sophie Weathers with 5, Emily Kozar with 3, and Libby Sanders with 2. Turnovers-wise, Summertown has 10, Loretto with 12 points off of those. Loretto with 6, Summertown with 9 points off of those second chance points. Loretto leads 5-0. They won the rebounding battle 15-12, and the points off the bench, Summertown leads that one 5-0. Simply, guys, in this one, turnovers have been the key, and this Loretto, each side has taken advantage of those. However, Loretto's taken advantage of it more. Summertown has fouled more. Loretto's gotten to the line. There's 7 of 10 from the line, so it's two things that have been the difference. It's been fouls and turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, rebounding hasn't. It's tight, but the whole thing is the fouls and the turnovers. I mean, it's 10-6. I mean, it's a 14-point game. Loretto's taking 8 more free throws. I mean, that makes a difference.
It does.
Mentally too. You know, when you feel like you're working just as hard, and they're getting the fouls, they're getting the turnovers. I mean, it's kind of demoralizing.
Summertown's historically an aggressive team, boys and girls. It's just the way they play. When you get a set of officials that let that go, which sometimes happens, that's advantage Summertown every time. Tonight, it's kind of been spotty whether they let it go. Because if you'll watch, there's a lot of instances whenever somebody gets in the post, they collapse and they are hacking. Now, the old philosophy is you can't call them all.
Nope, can't. Nope.
So keep doing it, right?
Yeah. Also,
something to pay attention to.
Also doesn't help Summertown. Their leading scorer got 2 fouls within the first half of the first quarter.
Hatton didn't play a lot, yeah.
Burleson inside to Abby Jo Schaefer. Original starting lineups in for both sides. Speaking of turnovers, Schaefer dribbles it over to Allie Weathers, who'll bring it up the court for Loretto.
As a post player, you don't want to have to take more than one dribble, ever. If you have to, you either got the ball thrown to you in a bad position or you were out of position.
Weathers, a skip pass over to J.B. Clifton. Dribbles near the corner, now kicks out to Weathers. Weathers will try a 3. Back iron, no. Offensive rebound, Libby Sanders.
Burles has turned her ankle.
I hope that's all that it is. Yeah, it is.
Weathers on the low block, and she'll get fouled by Abby Jo. That will be her second and the team's first of the third quarter. Seems to be okay.
Yeah, I think Mike's right. He just kind of turned that ankle. It looked worse at first, but
anytime you roll your ankle, it just,
she winced as soon as she went down.
It sucks. I can promise you.
Sanders with it. She's guarded by Schaefer. Goes behind a screen from Kozar. Now hands over to Kozar. Back to Sanders in the corner. She'll drive, bounce pass to Sophie Weathers in the paint, and that one's knocked away into the hands of Olivia Riggs.
If you're a post player, you don't want to put it on the floor more than you have to. That's why.
And especially a young one. Maybe if you're experienced, a senior, you've had to handle the ball a little bit, but
just swing over to Brazier. Brazier will try 3. Front iron, no, and a rebound here by Allie Weathers. Has 8 already.
If you're trying to dribble in the post to get to a position to shoot, you don't need to be shooting, because what's going to happen is there's so many hands going to be reaching in there. It's inevitably going to come off your knee or something.
Especially in high school ball. If you get the ball in the post, you have immediately 5 hands going in there.
Absolutely, you do.
That aren't your team. I mean,
Weathers kicks out to Clifton. She'll try a 3. Back iron, no.
She just got
leveled. Rebound by Carly Campbell, her third. She'll bring it up the court quickly. Drives, that one. And she'll get fouled here by Sophie Weathers. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
That's a hard foul. That's a biggest girl on the floor versus the smallest girl on the floor.
Carly just literally took it from the underneath one basket and sprinted the other way here. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Summertown was 0 of 2 from the line in the first half. First one on its way. Nothing but net.
Got to make your free throws. But you look at Summertown, they didn't shoot that many, so that's got to be a point of emphasis.
And they missed both. 10. Yeah, I would say they missed both of those 2, so they got 2 of them right there, though.
Campbell hits both, leads down to 12. Minute 40 into the third quarter.
I know people at home look at that and it's like, wow, the officials are just one-sided. Well, sometimes a team does foul more than the other team. I'm not saying they're not one-sided. I'm not going to say either way. But I can tell you Summertown is the more aggressive team on defense, 100%.
Weathers shot. That one's up and in. Another mid-range jumper for Sophie Weathers, and she's got 7.
And Cam, you know better than anybody. Her and her sisters, that was their shot right there. That little mid-range 12-footer.
Not from that spot a lot. Well,
usually it was a baseline.
It's baseline or at right at the elbow. That was a little bit different. Yeah.
Riggs is open in the corner for 3. She hits it. Gets her first points of the game, and the lead is now down to 11.
She likes this gym.
I will say, guys, as a West Virginia basketball fan, I do say that some teams foul more than others.
Absolutely.
They're going to get with a walk right there. Yep.
8th turnover by Loretto, 2nd here in the quarter.
Yeah, Clifton kind of fumbled with the ball trying to kick it out to Cozart and took an extra step.
5:20 remaining in the third. As Campbell will bring it over the timeline. Bounce pass to Schaefer. Schaefer kicks out the Brazier, but it's intercepted by Sanders. 12th turnover by Summertown. Now over to Weathers. Weathers now to Alley. And she'll slow things down here for the Lady Mustangs.
See, the Lady Eagles just can't catch a break because every time they force a turnover, it feels like they give it right back.
Yep. Cozart will try a 3. Back iron, no. And a rebound by Braylee Burleson. She'll bring it up the court. Now over to Brazier. Ooh. And Brazier is fouled by Sanders.
Well, Libby's been working on trying to get one for a minute. She finally got one.
That's her first, team second here in the third quarter.
Something I get on I see a lot in all levels outside of college, but middle school, high schools, they don't make crisp passes. There's a place for a bounce pass, there's a place for a chest pass, and a lot of times bounce passes, if it's in the wrong spot, is not going to work.
Riggs will try a deep 3. Back iron, no. And a rebound, another one from Allie Weathers. Hannah Jones checked in for Abby Joe during the dead ball. Weathers bringing it the other way. Crosses over, drives, runner up, no. Gets her own rebound. That shot up, no. But she is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
I mean, Allie, she'll do a little crossover, a hesitation, and it just frees up so much space for her because it gets the person guarding her off balance. And she can just get right to the basket at ease.
I remember the first time I watched her play is she was in 6th grade playing in middle school state tournament. And she was scoring in the paint. And she was so outsized. She was in 6th grade. She was tiny. But she was having to create that space then to get shots off. And it's even as she got taller, that's obviously something that's been very beneficial for her.
Weathers hits both. That foul was on Jones, her second, as Campbell brings it the other way for Summertown.
What
Good move. And stumbling down, just couldn't get the pass off in time. 13th turnover against Summertown.
I think she might have stepped on a foot or got clipped a little bit. Not sure.
If you got 2 of your 5 starters playing out there with twisted ankles, that takes away a lot of the speed that you have.
13-point lead here for the Lady Mustangs. Clifton brings over the timeline as we reach the halfway point of the third quarter. Cozart at the free throw line. Bounce pass out to Weathers. Oh, Weathers. And a blocking call against Jones.
I hope she didn't hit her head. I think that's probably the right. Again, we talked about it. I wish there was the hashes in the paint.
Yeah.
That's a circle because that would alleviate a lot of that.
But that was a block. She kind of slid right in there at the end and wasn't set.
Because you're gonna it's a flip a coin.
Yeah.
A lot of times they don't get it right a lot, and you're gonna make one side mad and the other side happy, and it's a 50-50 call.
And Jones got to come out. She's got 3 now.
3 fouls. Schaefer comes back in. Jeremy Jean got a coach's warning during that time. Augustine within the corner, and she travels.
Okay, so if you're going to call that, we got to call it everywhere.
Yeah.
And now nobody's going to be able to move.
Yeah.
So,
but they're not going to call it everywhere.
Reynolds comes in for Brazier. 3:50 remaining in the third. Loretto still with the 13-point lead. Campbell over the timeline. Long pass over to Riggs. Now to Burleson. Swings over to Reynolds. Here to Riggs in the corner. She'll try a quick 3. Front iron, no. And a rebound by Burleson. Her shot's up and in. She is fouled. She's got a chance here at the M1.
Well, she has some English on the side of that basketball, too. She's spun it in there. Yeah, that's excellent.
And that's her first bucket of the game, which is really surprising that it's come over halfway through in the third quarter.
Jesse Chance will come in for Sophie Weathers, who picked up her second foul. That's the team's third here, the third quarter. Burleson here with the chance at the M1. Knocks it in. Their first second chance points, and the lead's down to 10.
And I don't think Sophie she might come back in at the end of the third quarter, but I don't think unless there's a bunch of fouls on Jesse or something like that, we see her for the rest of this quarter with 2 fouls. You don't want to put her in a bad spot for the fourth quarter.
Weathers with it at the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Cozart. Cozart inside the Weathers. Weathers now out to Clifton. She'll try a 3 from the corner. Front iron, no. And another rebound by Carly Campbell.
All right. I like the way Campbell tracked that down. That her and Augustine both for Loretto. Well, they tracked that 3-point, trying to get that rebound. That's good basketball IQ.
Reynolds now over to Campbell, under 3 minutes left in the frame. Now to Riggs. Back to Campbell. Campbell now to Reynolds. Reynolds dribbles over to Riggs, swings over to Campbell. Now they got Burleson open for three. That's off the back of the iron, no. And another offensive rebound by Carly Campbell. Now to Riggs, swings back to Campbell.
Once a guard gets it on the wing, they make that quick pass to the corner, and that, like Summertown just did, that shot's open.
Reynolds over to Campbell, now over to Riggs. Riggs guarded by Weathers. Now to Campbell. She'll try straightaway three. Off the front iron, no.
What a good rebound
by Schaefer. Goes up, and she is fouled.
If that's on Augustine, that's a good call. If it's on Chance, that's a bad call.
It's on Chance.
It's a bad call.
That's going to be her first and the team's fourth. Pair of free throws coming up for Abby Jo Schaefer, and Summertown trying to claw back into this one at the line as she hits the first. Now timeout's going to be called by Ashley Revledge here for Loretto. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take that break as well here on the X Sports Network.
What do you...
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app. Available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old-world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family-owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com.
Ashley Revledge has burned her second timeout, her first full timeout. They've got 3 remaining, and Abby Jo Schaefer here with the back end of her 2 shots, trying to cut the lead down to 8.
She would probably prefer you not say burned. She would probably prefer utilized.
Utilized.
Yeah, I've been going through sensitivity training, AJ.
That's working. That was the first free throw Summertown had missed this quarter.
Yeah. Leads down the 9, 37-28.
4 for 4 before that.
And Sanders' pass knocked away by Riggs. Double team comes, and that one's deflected to Weathers. Weathers will drive into the paint, kicks out to Clifton.
Summertown ratcheting up the defense. They're not giving them a lot of space.
They're in a 2-3 zone. This is mainly a man-to-man team, and they've gone to the zone.
And that's something that's been,
With that pass deflected to
That's
Carly
what a
Campbell.
2-3 zone does. It clogs up the paint so much, and that's what Lady Mustangs have been doing a lot of tonight. We talked about how good of a three-point shooting team they are. They've really tried to work in the paint tonight.
Burleson kicks out to Reynolds. Reynolds in the paint, has Riggs. She'll try a 3. She hits it. Both of hers from beyond the arc, and Summertown has got the lead down to 6.
She's been a difference maker. Just hitting 2 threes is
Well, she didn't play hardly any in the first half. She picked up those 2 fouls so early, she wasn't really a factor in the first half.
She was out at the 4:15 mark in the first quarter. Clifton will try a 3. No. And a fight for the rebound will be a jump ball that will stay with Loretto.
I'm not sure how. JB's getting. It's a hard box out, I get, but you got to let the player come down before you box out. You could make an argument it shouldn't be boxing out that high anyway, but I'm okay with it. You're taught to do that, but you got to let them come down, and they're not calling it.
Back in.
Cozart here to Weathers, has a wide open Sophie Weathers, and she misses it. And a rebound will be for Abby Jo Schaefer.
Sometimes when you're wide open,
Riggs will try a 3. That one doesn't go and goes out of bounds to Loretto.
Sometimes when you're so wide open, it
startles you. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Freshman,
because the crowd reacts like, "Oh my gosh!" and it's like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, so everybody's
done it.
Gasps, and then you put a little too much on it.
Weathers at the free throw line over to Sanders. She'll try a 3. Off the front of the iron, no. Offensive rebound, Sophie Weathers. And then that one's knocked out of bounds.
That's a bad call. It should have been a foul, and it was off on Summertown, too.
That will go back to Summertown. 35 seconds remaining in the quarter. Summertown has another opportunity to cut into the Lady Mustang lead.
I mean, overall, it's been a pretty good officiated game, but you see those moments, you're like, how do you miss that? There's been a couple of those. I mean, we're all human.
Reynolds now to Riggs in the quarter. Riggs swings over to Burleson. She'll try a three. Back iron, no. Offensive rebound, Abigail Schaefer. Schaefer, turnaround jumper up and in. 10 seconds left. It's a 4-point lead.
Lady Mustang's offense has just gone ice cold.
Well, this 2-3 is giving them fits.
Clifton down low to Sophie Weathers. Knocked away by Abby Jo Schaefer. Coming up with the steal. And Weathers won't get that shot off in time. Summertown has cut the lead to 4 after 24 minutes of play. Get your popcorn ready, ladies and gentlemen. We got an exciting fourth quarter coming up here on the X Sports Network.
Rent Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Summertown outscored Loretto 14-4 in the third quarter. They've got the lead down the 4 as we enter the final 8 minutes of play. Campbell over to Reynolds. Reynolds back to Campbell, swings over to Riggs. Now back to Campbell. Campbell will drive, runner up, in, and she is fouled. And she's got a shot here at the M1 as she has reached double figures.
You know, AJ, like you said going in, you know, that outscored 14-4 in the quarter. Usually if that happens in one of these games, that's a game changer completely. You know, usually these games are so neck and neck that 14-4 will give a team a 10 or 12-point lead. You know, Lady Eagles just lucky they were allowed to come back.
I guarantee you Loretto did not practice a 2-3 offense
Sanders
against a 2-3 zone defense.
Augustine in for Sanders, who checks out with her second foul. Campbell knocks down the free throw. It's a 1-point game. 7:40 remaining.
Summertown's back at a man.
And Lady Mustangs also got killed on the boards last quarter.
Total rebounds is 23-21 Loretto. Augustine with it at the free throw line. Drives, and a 3-second call against Loretto. That's their 11th turnover, 5th here in the second half. Turnovers have evened out a bit now. It's 13-11. Summertown still has 2 more. It's Campbell over the timeline over to Reynolds. Now back to Campbell. Campbell over to Riggs.
Lady Mustangs going back into that matchup zone.
Here to Riggs. She'll try a 3 for the lead. Front iron, no. And Chance comes up with the rebound.
It's getting a little chippy.
Yep.
You got to call that.
Weathers drives.
Oh, what a feed.
Sophie Weathers. That one's partially deflected by Schaefer and will go out of bounds. And will stay with the Lady Mustangs.
I mean, Sophie Weathers is getting brutalized in the paint.
So Coach Rutledge wants a timeout. She is mad.
Ashley Rutledge will use her third timeout here. She's got 2 remaining. 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well here on the X Sports Network.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
And was a 7-footer that Loretto played against.
And back here at Loretto, 1-point lead for the Lady Mustangs. They've used their third timeout. They've got 2 remaining. They have the ball up 1, 6:59 left in the game. Clifton lobs it in for Augustine. Guarded here closely by Reynolds. Gets a screen from Sophie Weathers. Gets tied up, but gets the ball out to Allie Weathers. And a walk called. And that will be the 12th turnover against Loretto. Emily Brazier checks back in for the Lady Eagles. Mackenzie Reynolds, who put in some good minutes here for Summertown, will check out.
This feels the momentum.
Yes,
this
it does
not feel in Loretto's favor right now.
And Summertown fans are kind of feeling it across the way from us.
They should.
Brazier now over to Burleson. Hands over to Riggs. Riggs now to Brazier. Brazier now hands over to Campbell. Campbell guarded by Clifton. Down low to Schaefer. Schaefer turns
What
around.
a move.
Runner up, no, and a rebound by Jesse Chance.
Good job. I mean, listen, I know you're going to get called on that occasionally, but if they're going to come in and get you, when you get a rebound, put those both hands on the ball and elbows out.
Good feed.
Nice feed here to Chance. She loses it out of bounds over to Summertown.
Wow.
She just dropped it. Yeah. It was right in there to her and couldn't handle it.
I think she had some help. I think that's what Coach Rutledge is asking.
Cozart comes in the game for Sophie Weathers. Summertown with the ball back with a chance to take the lead. 6 minutes remaining. Now over to Schaefer. Schaefer to Burleson. To Campbell. And an offensive foul called against Summertown.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all.
It's on Riggs.
It's going to go on Riggs, her third.
If you call something away from the ball, it better be really egregious. I'm never been a fan
we
of
saw
that.
it there early in the quarter, early in the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter. It was getting chippy. So
yeah,
there's probably a lot of activity going on off the ball.
Could be.
14th turnover against Summertown. Third foul against Olivia Riggs. J.B. Clifton over the timeline with a 1-point lead. Man-to-man put on by Summertown again. Clifton, runner up, no. Offensive rebound here by Allie Weathers. Her shot is up and in.
She was She was right under the basket when she shot that. The fact that she got that up is incredible.
Riggs the other way for 3 in the tie, no. And Brazier unfortunately stepped out of bounds.
And see that's where this court, they're not used to this court yet. The out of bounds right on the baseline and the inside the arc, same color, or pretty close.
I don't know that she was out.
I saw her foot.
I would say she was completely out of bounds right there.
I didn't see it.
Weathers swings over to Clifton. Now to Kozar at the top of the key. Back over to Clifton. Clifton will try a 3. Back iron, no. Tracking it down, Chance, and sends it right over to Carly Campbell. Now ahead to Burleson. Burleson now to Brazier. Here to a streaking Burleson. She'll drive, layup up, no. And she is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
I think that's going to be on Jesse. Notice how Loretta's gone with a big lineup. They have Chance, Weathers, and Kozar all in.
Both Weathers.
Yeah, both Weathers.
I don't hate it.
Burleson here, the line to shoot 2, and hits the first.
Summertown's killing it from the free throw line this half, and I hate to jinx them if they miss this one right here, but
nope, nothing but that. Now Jeremy Jean's going to call a timeout, his third timeout. They've got 2 remaining. Actually, his second timeout, they got 2 remaining. 30 seconds. We'll be back here on the X-Sports Network.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Facing those challenges is easier together. That's why Jack Davis specializes in group insurance. Cover the most valuable aspect of your business, your employees, with coverage for life, accident, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize to meet every need. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987. Contact Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Back here at Loretto, as Summertown, it's a pair of free throws from Braley Burleson. They're now 7 of 8 from the line here in the second half. Leads down to 1 once again, 4:58 remaining. Jeremy Jean, I'll be fair on both sides, Cam. He burned his second timeout. Clifton now over to Sanders. Bounce pass to Kozar. Long 2. Front iron, no, and a rebound by Olivia Riggs.
Nah, don't really like that.
I don't think that's the shot they wanted right there.
You can get that shot anytime, any possession.
Campbell to Burleson. She'll drive. What a pass, Abby Jo Schaefer off the glass and in. And Summertown has taken their first lead of the game.
What a pass.
It's a no look right there. I mean, she knew she had that one.
Schaefer's got 9. They lead at 40-39.
Hey, props to what the Eagles defense has done to J.B. Clifton. She had 16 in the first half, is yet to score in the second.
Well, she's had open looks. She just hadn't hit.
And a bad pass here from Sanders to Cozart out of her reach. They've got 9 turnovers here in the second half.
To Summertown's 3.
It was the exact reverse of what happened in the first. And that's the difference.
Yep. Tale of 2 halves here so far. Campbell with it. Now over to Riggs. As we reach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Campbell, guarded by Clifton, kicks out to Brazier. Brazier now over to Burleson. She'll step back. Now over to Campbell. And the Lady Eagles will reset the play.
Loretto wanted the foul there. The fans did it. It's not a foul.
So she was.
I would
say they wanted to move and screen. It wasn't a screen.
Campbell, a nice feed here to Schaefer off the glass and in. She's in the double figures with 11, and they now lead by 3.
That's going to be consistently there, and they make the adjustment.
Clifton over to Cozart. Now back to Clifton. Here to Cozart. She'll try 3 to tie it up. Back iron, no. Fight for the rebound. Allie Weathers comes up with it. Her runner is up, in, and she's fouled. And she's got a chance to tie it with the M1.
It's a lot of action in the paint. That's all I can say.
And that's now on Riggs. That's her 4th.
That's big, too.
Allie shot up and in, and we are tied.
I was saying Riggs has been a huge momentum for Summertown. Losing that, if you take her out or she fouls out here soon, that's big.
Campbell drives, kicks here to Brazier. Now over to Burleson.
Loretta's lost. They're out of position. But Summertown.
Schaefer with it on the low block. Turnaround jumper and in.
She is feeling it.
I'm telling you.
Abby Jo going off. She's got 13. Lady Eagles lead.
She's unguardable. If she's doing, I've always been a fan. I do think she's a very good basketball player.
Sanders bounce pass over to Cozart. Throws it down low to Allie. Allie shot up and in. We're tied once again. 44 all with 2:30 remaining. Brazier dribbles through traffic, and a foul is called against Loretto. Believe that's going to go on Sanders. Now a timeout. It's going to be.
No, we're not. We got officials. They want to talk.
Well, both coaches are in their boxes.
Yeah. You gotta get that right.
Yeah.
I called the over/under 3.5 coaches box mornings. We've had one.
You're going to get
already.
a technical for the night. The next game will be.
Yeah.
I would say at least. I'll put it at 1.5. Let's say. I think you'll get 2. I'm not sure what this is about though.
Yeah.
Maybe the amount of fouls.
She's got 3.
I'm talking about total team.
But I would say I've got
3. I've got 3.
Same amount that they do.
Yep.
I just wanted to talk.
Yeah.
It was a Bull Durham mound visit.
Brazier over to Campbell.
That's a pretty good reference.
That is a great reference.
That is.
Over to Reynolds. Reynolds back in the game. Now over to Campbell. Here to Brazier.
They're proving this gym can get pretty loud.
Well, 2 minutes left in the game. Reynolds out to Brazier. They're getting pretty loud right underneath us. And Brazier dribbling at the top of the key.
They don't make
quite
as
pass
much
here to Campbell.
noise as the old wooden bleachers on that used to.
Campbell dribbles, feeds
Nice.
here to Burleson. Layup up, no. Campbell comes up with it. Her layup up, no. And Allie Weathers comes away with the rebound.
So that was probably an over the back there on Abby Jo, but there was a lot of
Clifton,
contact.
open for 3 in the lane. She hits it. Lady Mustangs lead by 3. She's got 19. Burleson brings it across the timeline. Skip pass over to Reynolds. Now over to Campbell. Minute 15 left, and she'll set up the play for the Lady Eagles. Here to Brazier. Now to Reynolds. Back over to Brazier. Coming up on a minute left. Now over to Campbell.
I think he's going to get a timeout.
That timeout will be called by Jeremy Jean. Will be a full timeout. Guys, we'll just keep it here for the time being.
If you're Summertown, you don't need a 3. But at the same time, do you settle for the 2 and hope to turn it over? Or do you go in and start trying to foul? Because you've got fouls to give. Now, that gets complicated because you got some of your star players in foul trouble, so you got to be careful who you allow to do that.
Listen, if you're Summertown, just give the ball back to Abby Jo. I get it, you're not going to get a 3 out of her, but if somebody's as hot as she is right now, you're most likely, if you get it to her, it's most likely going to be a bucket. I mean, Loretto's been very sloppy with the ball here in the second half.
Yeah.
The chances of you getting a turnover are pretty high. You know, you don't need a 3 right here. I agree with you, Cam. And I'm a big hater of the commentators when there's like 5 seconds left and it's an 8-point game saying you don't need a 3, but right here you really don't.
If you get the 3, then you give Loretto a chance to control the game, essentially.
Exactly.
So, I mean.
But in the same way, you can give it to Abby Jo. She could get a chance to get an and one.
I'd say, and she's been getting fouled a good bit tonight,
and
too.
they shot the ball well at the line, second half especially here.
So they're 7 for 8.
I'm not going to hate either. If it's an open look, listen. If it's an open look, take it.
Because you got Riggs out there. She's 2 for 5 from 3. She tends to shoot good in this gym.
Right there it is.
She's back in the lineup with her 4 fouls. Brazier inside the Schaefer off of her hand, stolen away by J.B. Clifton.
That's not what you needed.
Now you got to Weathers.
But you don't want to foul Allie. She's about as good as a free throw shooter.
They got fouls to give. So
now Ashley Rutledge will call a timeout. Her 4th. She's got 1 remaining. It's a full timeout. So we keep it here as well.
Summertown's got to foul 3 more times to get Lauren in the bonus. Now, again, this is where it changes what you do.
Because Olivia Riggs cannot foul. She has 4.
No. Yeah. And she's a guard.
Yep.
So do you take her out of the game for this defensive position? I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I put in somebody who can foul.
Because the thing is, even if you get a turnover and it's not going to end in a fast break point, she's still got 2 timeouts left.
Only 1 on the court. She's the only one on the court with more than 3 fouls.
Yep.
Everyone else is 2 and 1.
So this is where the strategy changes. And for me, if I'm a coach, which I'm not, and probably a lot of people saying, thank God. If I'm a coach, I'm saying you get after it. And I know that's how you play anyway, but I want you going really aggressive. If you get called for a foul, you get called for a foul. Try to create the turnover. Try to see what you can get away with.
Off topic a little bit, but my biggest question about how big this new gym and stuff like that was the atmosphere, because the barn and Summertown's gym too have 2 of the best atmospheres around just because of how small they were. The last minute and a half of game time have really proved this place can get loud.
Both of those Lawrence County games were pretty loud in this place as well. Clifton taking it out, gets it into Allie Weathers.
So that's exactly what they're doing, getting after it. And that's not a foul.
And they have taken Riggs out of the game. They put Reynolds back in.
So, look, maybe what Summertown wants, they may want that foul called, but that's not a – how do you call that? And you've seen some of the other stuff that they haven't called.
I think they got it just predisposed in their mind.
I think as soon as they touch anybody, there's a foul.
Yeah, that was right.
That
Weathers, skip pass over to Sanders.
And there's a four out.
Here to Clifton. Now over to Cozart. Under 30 seconds left. Weathers will be fouled by Campbell again.
So at this point, once it got under the 30 seconds, you've got to do it.
Pretty much just tackle the next person you see with the ball.
That's her 3rd, team's 4th. Now, you don't want Carly picking up another one in this situation.
But Loretto's really not.
They're only saying that's her 3rd. Yeah. I'm telling you, I think that one they swapped.
Yeah, it's her 3rd, Now Sophie Weathers with it.
That's great.
And she'll get fouled by Abby Jo.
And see, that's number 5 right there. So you're sending a freshman, Sophie Weathers, to the line to shoot free throws right here.
Which is exactly what Summertown wants. Of all the kids on the floor, that's who you want shooting free throws. She's a good free throw shooter.
Cam, talking about that game you were talking about, there was a lot of free throws in here. That was a lot of unproven people hitting free throws late in games.
And Sophie Weathers knocks down the first as Olivia Riggs will check back in.
Freshman year.
Yep. Because you had Autumn Buttram come in and hit some big free throws late in that game.
Next one from Sophie Weathers on its way. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Braylee Burleson with the rebound.
It's a 2-possession game. If you're Loretto, do not foul under any circumstance. Let them have it.
Brazier in the corner for 3. Back iron, no. And Allie Weathers comes down with another rebound. 10 seconds left, and she'll be fouled
That's
by
gonna be
Bailey Burleson.
intentional.
And yeah, he's
that will be
up
intentional.
the hands.
I mean, listen, you come in, lower the shoulder. It's not dirty, but it's not a common foul either.
Yeah.
So Allie Weathers will go the other way to shoot 2. She's got 16 points and 14 rebounds so far tonight.
I know what she's thinking. She's got a foul, and I got to do it quick.
She misses the first.
And sometimes you get a little overzealous when that happens. That's all. It wasn't dirty.
Next shot from Weathers on its way. She hits 1 of 2. She's got 17 and 14 on the night. 9.3 seconds remaining.
As bad as this second half was, Loretto still somehow found a way.
And that's really been the story of this team, finding ways.
They have.
Because every night's been different.
Cozart has it. And we got a foul here against Emily Brazier.
Because I talked to Coach Nick Moore before the game, and he said, "How do you feel about tonight?" He goes, "I don't know." He said, "It depends on which team comes out tonight." And I said, "I know, because we've seen about 5 different ones in the past 2 weeks."
So I don't know if I'm comfortable calling him Coach Nick Moore.
He's there. He's writing stats down. He's on the bench.
I know, but he was my color guy for a few years.
Yeah, I know.
Off and on a lot. And
Cozart hits the first. Here comes the second. She hits them both. 5 points on the night, leads out the 7.
Those are her first points since the first basket of the game. So she gets the first points for Loretto and the last.
Campbell's shot at the buzzer was not in time, and that one will do it. Loretto now wins their 16th in a row and their first district win, hanging on to defeat Summertown 51-44. Leading scores for the Lady Mustangs, J.B. Clifton with 19, Allie Weathers with 17. For Summertown, Average Joe Schaefer with 13, Carly Campbell with 12. Guys, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, Abby Jo Schaefer is a weapon. Loretto can match her size, but she still has a great touch. Summertown's going to beat a lot of teams that cannot match that just because she's big and she's got a really good touch in the paint.
Hey, props to the way the Lady Mustangs defense came out and played tonight. I mean, the only thing I was worried about as a Loretto guy coming into this game was Olivia Riggs' ability to shoot the 3 in this gym. She only hit 2 tonight, and she was in foul trouble. But the fact that she was only able to get 2 up, I mean, that kind of shows the props of the Lady Mustangs perimeter defense.
Well, they're able to close. They're not fast, and that's something that's been a concern is their speed. But they're able to close the space so quickly because of their length. Coach West Long has got the old school windbreaker design on. Look at this.
Yeah.
I like it.
It looks pretty good.
I've got an old Loretto golf one like that. I'm going to break that out, guys.
You should. This is.
I think I may have a picture. I'll find that. This thing's glorious.
Summertown drops to 16-5 overall, and we got the boys matchup here between the Mustangs and Eagles. That one's going to be coming up here in about 10 minutes on the X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.